Today, I'm back with another episode of Mega Movie Numbers, and this is where I break down the top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD movies of the past week, giving you my thoughts and recommendations on all of it. And then, not only that, I will go over an overview of the market share of all the disc formats that have been selling and give you kind of my quick thoughts on that. So, getting right into this list, let's bring it up here from Media Play News. Number one, we have Deep Impact. Yes, Deep Impact was a super fun movie. It was my first time watching it when I picked up the 4K slipcover, and I really enjoyed it. You can never go wrong with a disaster movie, so Paramount did a great job on that one. In my opinion, I thought it looked really crisp and clean in that 4K quality, so I enjoyed it. Next up at number 2, we have Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Of course, this is from 20th Century Lucasfilm under Disney. And yeah, I did not think this one was going to sell that much because I'm not a big fan of these 100-year anniversary steelbook designs from Disney. To me, they do look kind of plain. I know it's a callback to the classic tins that Disney would do for a lot of their other anniversaries, but to me, I just don't know. The logos look so small on there. They didn't really stand out to me. I would have loved just some original theatrical poster artwork or something a little bit differently, but Empire Strikes Back is my favorite out of those, so glad to see that's at the number 2 spot. So if that's at number 2, we know at number 3 is going to be Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Once again, people are loving these types of steelbooks. I don't know why, but to each their own. And then, of course, in the number 4 spot, we got Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, which I think is just a super fun movie. I mean, you can't beat those Ewoks. So, really cool looking steelbook. Just joking, not really for me, but still, I love these movies, so glad to see that they're selling. I just want some different kinds of steelbooks, hopefully in the future, maybe a whole collection box set in 4K. I would love that as well. Give us some original editions, you got my money all day. All right, next up we have Heat selling, and I think it's just because it's a good deal right now. I love this movie, but it's super cheap. It's like under $9, I believe. So I'm glad to see people taking a look at my Amazon deal videos, getting some of these recommendations, because it is one of the best crime dramas of all time, in my opinion. I mean, Al Pacino, you got Robert De Niro, you got Val Kilmer. You can't really beat that one, right? All right, next up in the number 6 spot, we got Ran from Lionsgate. That's that steelbook that is back in stock. You can definitely order it off of Best Buy. And I considered this one, but I did not pick it up. I almost did. It was on a good deal. But you know what? I don't know if I'm going to watch it a whole bunch of times because it's a blind buy. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more cautious on blind buys these days. But a beautiful looking steelbook nonetheless. Lionsgate can do no wrong. All right, next up we got Top Gun Maverick in the number 7 spot. I mean, Top Gun Maverick is always on this list. Paramount is just hitting it out of the park with a title like this one. Of course, my favorite film last year. No more else needs to be said. So amazing. All right, next up we got Plane from Lionsgate, still selling super well on 4K, fun action movie. And then, oh my goodness, in the number 9 spot, The Man Who Fell to Earth from Lionsgate again. Lionsgate is always killing it. They always provide awesome value. And wow, they're just doing a great job there. All right, we still got Black Panther Wakanda Forever on this list at the number 10 spot. So Disney and Marvel is doing great between this and their Star Wars movies. They're having a great time in physical media. All right, number 11. This one kind of surprised me, but it shouldn't have. We got Dune Part 1 from Warner. I guess people are getting ready for Dune Part 2. Makes total sense. I love the way that movie looks and sounds in the 4K sharpness, the Dolby Atmos track. I mean, hearing the sound of the sand, you can't really beat that. So yeah, I'm already getting ready for part 2 myself, so glad to see that one selling. All right, now we finally got a new title up here. We got Skyline from Universal. I believe they're partnered with Shout Scream Factory on this one. And yeah, it didn't look like the movie for me would have been a total blind buy. Doesn't really fit my taste. So yeah, I did not pick this one up, but I know some people did. So I've heard mixed things about it. All right, next up in the number 13 spot, we got Army of Darkness, still selling really well from Universal Shout Factory. Great movie, of course. Evil Dead Rise came out. That's probably why more people are picking up on Army of Darkness. Glad to see that. Once again, Everything Everywhere All at Once in the top 20 list at the number 14 spot from Lionsgate. Once again, Lionsgate is killing it, and this is just an amazing movie. All right, next up at number 15, we got Saving Private Ryan from Paramount. I did mention that this one was on sale in one of my Amazon deal videos, so people are taking advantage of that, and I love to see that. And yeah, I mean, just a great movie. Sounds great. Perfect World War II movie directed by the GOAT Steven Spielberg. You can't really complain about that one at all. All right, next up at number 16, we got Planet of the Apes trilogy from 20th Century. Still glad to see that selling. Such a great deal for 3 awesome movies. Oh, one of the best trilogies of all time. All right, number 17, we got 12 Angry Men from Kino Lorber. I definitely want to get that title in the future when it's on sale from a Kino Lorber sale time. So I'm going to wait right now, but it does come with the remake in there, which is what I'm more curious about, but definitely an all-time classic. 18, we got Coraline still selling really well from Shout Factory. Love to see that movie doing so good. 19, we got Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Kind of came out of nowhere, but I know people love this movie from Universal and DreamWorks, so kind of interesting to see that one on the list. And then this one, number 20, another new title. Finally, we got Wings of Desire from Criterion. Once again, I don't usually buy Criterion first day pickups. I wait for those Criterion sales, but this isn't one I'm really even interested in. But glad to see people that do like it are picking up on it. But there we go. Those are the top 20. Now to take a look at what disc formats are selling the most. And of course, DVD is still king. But this is a higher number than even I expected. 72% of DVDs. Ooh! They are definitely getting all the market share. People love that format. Very convenient, very cheap, and it's pretty much all that Walmart carries now. So why not sell tons of DVDs? But then we got Blu-rays at that 23% mark. I would have thought Blu-rays would have gone up a little bit higher by now. I wish people would be getting into HD just a little bit more, because I think it's a big jump in quality personally myself. And then Ultra HD. This went down, I believe, since last time. Now we're at under 5%, 4.8%. Wow, yeah, even though it's the premium format and in the collecting space, it seems like we're a lot focused on the 4K Ultra HD format. Just the general mass audience out there does not really care, or they just don't know about 4K. They're like, 4K what? I don't know what you're talking about. And then, of course, we can kind of compare this to last time's chart where, wow, DVD, like I said, had a big jump up. DVD was 65% last time. We jumped up to 72% now. That is a massive jump up. At 7% in like a week, I was not expecting that. I was expecting maybe a couple percent up. 7%, that's, wow, that's way more than I expected. Blu-ray down 5%. Once again, I thought more people were embracing the HD format. I guess not as many people as I thought. And then Ultra HD down a couple percent. I expected that. I thought it was going to fluctuate a little bit down. It usually hovers around that 5% mark. But wow, once again, people not embracing the premium formats or even HD, sticking with DVD. But I love just breaking down these numbers and comparing from week to week. But let me know in the comments below. First of all, what do you think of this home video charts and the market share numbers? Do they make sense for you? Why don't you think people are embracing the HD or premium formats? And also, what did you think of the top 20 4K selling? Were you surprised by any of the ordering of them or not surprised at all? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And if you love collecting physical media just like me, make sure you subscribe right now. That way I can keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
And if you enjoy these physical media topics, check out another one right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters.